Hi, my name is Terry Lee from Sweet Pea Papers, and this is video 4 in our Winter Garden series. And so far we've done the front with the closure. We'll put the string on it later. And we've done the 2 writing papers. We've got a magnet in here to hold it shut. Then we'll close this up. We've done the back page. And we've done some work in here. We did our CD, and we have a little ephemera holder here, which I forgot about. I only put a paper clip there, so we know that we need to add something there. It's my little trick. And we've got these 2 papers on, and we've got the paper on the front of the envelope. Now, in today's video, we're going to put the 2 pockets on here. We're going to add the 2 writing cards. We're going to cover the back of this, and we're going to put some coffee dyed paper in there, and I'm going to show you what I've done to it. And then on the front here, we're going to add a belly band with a glassine bag with some ephemera in it. So, moving onwards. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this envelope and we're going to trim this little piece off. I've decided not to cover the whole thing with paper, and I'm going to use this pocket. So I've taken this end that we had trimmed off so that we could make a pocket this way, and I've glued it back together. Okay, so now we need to take this little piece off right here. So we're just going to cut that off. Okay, let me close this up, turn it around, we'll just trim it off. Okay, and we're going to line the inside of the envelope here, and then we're going to cover the outside. So to line the inside, just in case you're wondering, it's going to take all of this to finish this section. So we still may take a video to finish this up. We're going to use some of this to fill in right here. And then I've got a piece of this that we're going to cut down the middle to get these 2 birds, and we're going to use that to cover this. We'll have to trim a little off the bottom as well. So are you ready? Okay, let me move these. I may take them off. Trademark hand warmers. And let's open this up. Now we're going to want this to be vertical stripes to match all the vertical stripes that we have so far. Now, and we want it to fit in the envelope. I believe it's 6 inches, but we've got the glued area. So let's calculate. Where did my pencil go? There it is. Let's, and I'm doing this out of order already. I made little notes so I wouldn't forget. So let's make this long. We want to cover the whole inside if we can. And then once we cut this, in fact, let's make it a little bit longer. We can always make it a little bit shorter. Okay, and so we're going to cut this strip about this wide. Let's go with this stripe right here. And what that's going to do is it's going to make it not white there. We could get away with the white because of all the white in the folio, but I think I'd like to make it match all the way through instead of just having the plain white there. So let's get our paper trimmer out. Move things out of the way. Let's trim it here to the width, and then now let's test our length out Oh, I just want to let you know that we've been so good at cutting things out. I've been trying to find pieces to make for the pockets, and look, this is all the scrap that we have. That's it. So yeah. So now we have this piece of scrap as well for now. Let's trim this here. See if we can get it inside the pocket. Probably will have enough scraps left over to do at least a small collage. Okay, that was pretty good. Now, because of the glue, it looks like it's going to be open at this end here. Not sure I like that. But it looks like there's nothing else we can do about it. I think maybe if I'm wondering if we should cut this off at the same length so that it looks like we did it on purpose, or if we should just leave it the way it is. What do you guys think? Put it in the comments what you think I should have done. I think I'm going to leave it like this. Okay, so let's put it in here. Now I've thinned out my Fabri-Tac so that it will go longer because mine won't be here for a few days. So let's see if I can do this without making a giant mess. So we're going to hold this up. I'm going to put some glue on the underside of it. Sorry if you can see the top of my head. Okay, we're going to pull it to the edge where we want it. And we want to make sure to be able to close the envelope. Okay. So that's what we're going to do there. Now for here, I really like these birds, and I was trying to figure out, you know what I mean, I was doing here, and then all I saw was bird bottom. I was going to use the B-U-T-T word, but maybe not. So what I did was I moved it over, and I measured it from here to here so that we can get both of these birds in, and we are probably going to have to trim the bottom a little bit to get this whole bird in at the top. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that. And like I said, I laid it on there where I wanted the middle to be, and then I measured out on either side from that. Let's see how well I did. If not, we're definitely going to have some large scraps. See, we're going to see that part of the bird no matter what. But want to make sure to get his beak in there. Let's see how we're doing. Okay, that should be fine. Now, it's a little long, so let's measure our length. And there's legs here, but they're very faint. Okay, let's cut that off there. Then this should be right for there. Yes, I like that. It's kind of coming out crazy. You can thin your Fabri-Tac with 100% acetone, which is very strong nail polish remover. There's acetone in the Fabri-Tac. That's why it smells. Smells like nail polish remover, actually. Okay, let's get our little birds right side up. Get them centered on the paper. It's kind of hard. It looks a little crooked, but it's not. It's because of the card. As we all know, cards are different. There we go. I think that looks nice there. Okay. So now we are going to move on to our pockets. What I thought was that we would alternate. So we'll put this paper over here as a pocket and this paper over here as a pocket. So I've got these two papers. So let's decide how tall we want the pockets. Now we're going to have, these are the two writing cards I had picked out. And we're going to have to narrow them down to get them to fit in the pockets. And we're going to have to cut them down to get them to fit on the page. So just keep that in mind. We have to wait until once we glue the pockets. So let's measure for them. Let's measure for the width. This one's going to go over here. I don't want it too high because I don't really want to cover too much of this. So maybe we will do the height. Let me do it from over here. And you're going to measure it from the bottom of the paper, not the bottom of the envelope. And let's go to about here. Get messages like crazy. There must be something going on. And then we'll come back and do our width. This will give us a better section, you know, to work with afterwards. We won't have that scrap going up this way. We'll have a nice scrap to work with, just like we have with this blue. Oh, and I want to mention that I wish I could figure out a way to hold this shut. We didn't put a magnet underneath, and now I wish we had to hold it shut, because it does kind of swing a little bit. So we'll have to see. The back magnet that was supposed to hold everything shut, by the time we have this put on, which is 3 layers of paper, and we close it, and this is going to be 4 layers of paper plus what we put inside of here, and this layer of paper, it's just not gonna hold either. So we do have the tie that when we put it around, it's gonna hold the whole thing shut. Because remember, we had the magnet here, but it's just not, mine are not, the ones I have are not strong enough. I just pointed to myself like you could see me do that on camera. but the ones I have are just not strong enough. Miss Painlot seems to be able to find stronger ones in Europe. Okay, that's our width. Let's see if I can. Oh, I marked it on the top. That doesn't seem right. Oh, unless it was from this way. Yeah, it was. But now I don't see it. I do want this to be the top of the pocket. So let's measure it again. And we'll put this in here and we'll cut it. We'll remember where our line is and what it's for. Now I'm making these flat pockets. I'm not making those little flaps that fold under because it makes the pocket stick out too far for what we're going to do. We're also not going to be able to line these cards with white. It would make it so narrow that it would look funny in the pocket. So let's go ahead and glue this pocket on. It goes over here. Let's double check our width. Yeah, it's narrower over here. I forgot what I was doing. So let's measure it. We'll trim a little bit off. That was my bad. I'll just check that again. Okay, that should be fine. Put your fingers on the side you don't want to glue. And then glue the other 3 sides to make a pocket. A little bubble going on there. You have to be careful when you thin it. You can get a little bit of that volcano effect, like you do if you leave it in the regular bottle. I find the regular bottle is too hard to squeeze because I've got an issue with my hands, and so I use these bottles, and these are called Sweet Sugar Bell bottles, and they're for frosting on cakes. So just put in Sweet Sugar Bell on Amazon and you'll be able to find it. And if I remember, I'll put a link in the text file below this particular video. Make a note of it. Okay, so now let's put the pocket on the other side. And we're going to do the same thing. Let's do this one. Let's do it this way. Okay, let's try to do it the same height. That. Moving our book back and forth, aren't we? Okay. And I marked that. See if I can see the shiny on the paper where I marked it. I don't see it. I'm pretty sure I said this end. Here. There it is. Let's measure the width. Let's see. I think since this is upside down, well, we could turn it this way. Let's make our width right here. Try to make the mark where I can see it. Once again, I forgot to eat breakfast. You guys, I tell ya, you guys are something else. Are you eating breakfast right now? This is like a theme that runs throughout my videos. I'm hungry, you guys are eating. Things go downhill from there. That was my stomach growling. I apologize if you could hear that. Okay. So I like that. This here matches this right here. So now these are two different sizes that we have already determined that. And oh, by the way, I walked into my kitchen cabinet door and I now have a goose egg on my forehead, a line that looks like the edge of the cabinet, and a bruise. Little TMI there, but just to show you how clumsy I am. Alright, now with our cards, doesn't matter which one we put where, so we're going to do the same thing that we did to do the width of this. We're going to go with the width of the glue. We have to be careful because the glue is probably not completely dry. And we're going to go in a bit. And I'm not sure I want to do that. I think I want to cut a little bit off each side. So I think we're going to go about an 1/8 off on each side and then check that and see where we're at. I really like those birds. That worked out really well. You can use these marks and this side to cut off a little bit on the outside edge. Let's go to 1/8. And then we'll flip it around. Sounds like tuning a guitar. Let's go 1/8 there. That's going to be 1/4 of an inch. Let's see how we're doing. Probably have to trim off more. Crash banging around again. I'm sorry that we weren't able to line these on the back. Yeah, that's going to need to be even narrower. Let's do another 1/8 off either side. We may have to do that one more time. We just want to stay consistent with taking it off on each side. Let's do a 1/4. That'll get rid of that faux parchment edge. Let's do 1/4. That should fit now. I need to wipe this down with a dryer sheet. It's getting kind of staticky because of the paper rubbing around on the plastic. Now our other card is going to be bigger, I believe. Yeah, that fits in there. Let's see how far down it goes. Okay, so we're going to have to take some off the top. And let's go right there. Let's see how we look. It's nice and snug so it won't fall out. And it won't flop over. That's why we're making it a little bit shorter than you might think. Because we don't, since it's thinner, we don't want it to flop forward when it's in the pocket. And I'm not going to make you watch me do the other card. I'm going to do that off camera. Because this one fits. Yeah, this one fits, but I don't want to leave it in here because of the glue. Yes, that looks perfect. I love that right there. Now this one's going to go in this side. So I'm going to put a paper clip here. And then the writing card in here, I believe is going to be this. So we can just stick that in there now because it's flat. I may find a little bit bigger one later, but for now, and put that one in there. So now, oh, actually we can't leave that paper clip in there. So now we're going to work on, oh, actually, let me show you this paper I made. This is some coffee dyed paper. I don't know, let me try in the camera. See if you can see the, it looks like snow. So there's white shimmer to it. And so I was going to put that in there, but it almost seems too dark. This is kind of our blue page, our blue area. I have a tendency to do that. So let's not put that in there. Let's just leave our card in there. And then I'll come back and make this card. I'll leave it right there so I don't forget. So we're going to put a belly band here. And I'm thinking that we might want to, if we match this, it will match the inside. And there's no way to get a whole one of these birds on here. We could do the stripes and do a hidden belly band, but let's see. I'm going to put this glassine sparkly winter looking envelope in here with a piece of ephemera in it. That's the flowers that you can see through it. It's very pretty. So when we put the belly band in with the flowers, do we want this here? Should have planned this part ahead of time. Let's look and see if we want the stripes. I think the stripes would take away from it. Maybe not. Stripes. And then put this underneath it. Yeah, I don't really like that. Let's go with this little bird. Let's go with the little bird. I'm just trimming down just a little bit. Just line him up on the bottom. And we'll cut him off at the top. Yeah, just a little bit. Let's see if I can get my paper trimmer back. And I'm still hoping we'll be able to fit a small journal in here, but we may have to just put a writing pad because of all the envelope flaps and things. You know, if we'd have made a bigger gusset, then we would have had more room when we folded it once we had all this stuff on the inside. So we'll have to see. I did buy some brown elastic for this project, so we wouldn't have to use black. And that'll be here tomorrow. And I have one of my page by pages due, so I need to film that too. Let's flip him over and glue him at the top and the bottom. Okay. It looks like he could go this way a little bit. Put in between those two lines. This envelope's a little crooked, remember? Yeah, that looks straight. How cute. How cute is that? And then we're just going to put the glassine envelope underneath. And I think that's what we were going to do. Family band, writing card, glue the edge, make the writing cards, add the pockets. Okay, so it looks like we could just stop at this point, and that'll be at 30 minutes. And then we'll have this whole section finished except for the writing card, which I'll do off camera. And I think this card and envelope look very pretty here. I may go back, well, I can't now. Kind of wish I had glued the belly band just a little bit tighter, as in glued it down a little bit more. I could probably stick this up under there and get a little bit more glue in there. We'll have to see. Well, it doesn't slide out. It's in there pretty good, so I think we're good. All right, so now we've got our CD cover with a card inside, and I'm fine with it being white when we take the card out. We should put a tab on here for the card. Come here. Yeah, we're definitely going to need a tab on this. So I will put that on off camera. Since the magnet's not going to hold on the tab, I may put a little charm. We'll have to see. If I decide to do that, I'll do that on camera and show you how. So we open this up. I'm going to put a little piece of ephemera in there. Let's see. Maybe one of the little birds. No. This is too big. So let's go back to this one. And stick that in there. I like that one better. Little flowers sticking out, and they're blue to match our blue theme. Okay, so we've got our CD cover with our pocket. Now we've got our pocket with our writing card. Oops, I said I was going to take that out because of the glue. Seems to be fine. Okay, then I'm going to put another writing card here, and that's going to be this flower over here. Then we've got the inside, the back of our envelope, and we've got our writing card in there, our piece of ephemera. And close both of these. We've got, oops, and then we've got our, see, that is a little loose. We've got our belly band with our glassine envelope that looks like snow, and our piece of ephemera inside. And that's going to complete this section, unless I can think of a way to keep this shut. I would have to be able to put this over further, you know what I mean, and put a little Velcro dot there, and it looks like we're not going to be able to do that. So we'll just have to leave it as it is. So that's that whole section completed. We've got our back cover on, front cover on, and our 2 writing cards. So all we have left to do is these 2 pages here. Okay, all right, and something here if we can get it in. Okay, so that's it for this video, and I'll see you in video 5, and that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay, bye bye.